This is Dating Skills Review with our Introduction to Dating Advice mini course. Part 1 is about how to succeed with women. Now, a lot of guys don't know this, but there's actually a lot of dating advice for men out there which you can use and which is very effective today. Traditionally, there has been a lot of dating advice for women, books, relationship courses, and so on. But there hasn't been much out there for men. And this has all changed since around 1990, and here's why. From around that period, scientists began putting a lot more time into exploring dating and relationships between men and women. And over the last 20 years, they've made many new discoveries which have brought to light how things actually work, the truth of how females and males relate to each other. Now, around 1998, guys emerged which were studying this. We'll call them dating coaches because that's what they ultimately became. And they took this science, these new discoveries, and they began to field test it, to study it, and to aggregate all of this research. And over time, they developed some skills based on this new knowledge. So they could actually get results that were predictable. So it was dating advice that was effective. Now, from around 2004 or somewhere around there, these dating coaches began to put all of these skills into training programs, into coaching programs, and this has caused an explosion of products and services. In 2010, there's over 1,000 learning products in this field. So that is basically how there has been a growing credibility and spread of dating advice for men over the last 20 years. Let's take a step back. What do you want from your relationships? Men have lots of different aspirations. Some want a girlfriend. Some people want a really hot girlfriend. They have dreams of that. Or they want to get married or meet their soulmate and get married. Some guys, just want to have a little bit of fun for a while. Whatever your aspiration is, 10 years of work in this area has shown that it doesn't matter what kind of a guy you are, what your background is, you can all get what you want. So it doesn't matter who you are or what you want. I've seen just about anyone get what they want if they put the effort in. And what it all comes down to is skills. It's these skills that are based on the science that's emerged over the last year, from the last 20 years. So, like everything else in life, to succeed, you will need to learn and use the relevant skills. We call these dating skills. And there's many areas that you could split this into, and this is what we've done at Dating Skills Review. We split it into areas to make it easier to learn. So we have psychological principles, which basically explain how to understand women. So, once you understand how men and females relate to each other, you'll understand them. Social skills, communication skills, charisma, understanding how social situations work, an essential part, obviously, because that's where you meet women. Image and fashion, making a first impression is important. So that's another area. Attracting women, understanding what things you do attract women and what things you don't do, you could be doing that attract women. Approaching women is all about meeting them. There's many places you could meet women in your life, and if you're not meeting them, well, you have to kind of learn a skill set on how to approach and meet women in a smooth way, if you like. So inner game and confidence, everyone hears about how important confidence is. Well, that's very true, and there's ways to develop that skill. In a sense, that's a skill also. So relationship skills, you want a healthy, long-term, durable relationship. You learn more about relationships and what contributes to healthy ones or unhealthy ones. Sexual skills, very important part of dating and relationships, right? If you don't have a good life in the bedroom, then the rest of your relationship's going to suffer. So that's another important aspect. Now, dating skills are the same as other skills you have already learned. It could be skills you've learned in your career, or when you're at school, you learn how to study. That's a skill set in itself. So dating skills aren't any different. They are a skill, and any man can learn them just like the other things you learn. It just depends on how much time and effort you put in. If you think back over your life to things you've learned, maybe it's playing the guitar or playing basketball. You put hours and hours and hours of time into learning these things, right? Dating skills is exactly the same. That's all for today. Over the next weeks, we're gonna have many other bits which we put out, many courses, and in these we're gonna explain each of the dating skills and a bit of what they can do for you. So I look forward to speaking to you then.